I'm back and finally giving my thoughts on Multiverse of Madness, and does it deserve an R rating? Also, the Avatar 2 trailer is breaking records, and I have a quick chat with Mike Myers. But super quick, if you're new to the channel, make sure you click the subscribe button and turn notifications on so you can get the most concise wrap-up of news there is.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's the best geek news.
Hello, Chris Killian here. I missed you guys, and as you can see, I have beamed myself back up to my lonely spaceship. But let me tell you, San Diego was a blast, and I even met Tom Cruise on the red carpet for Top Gun Maverick, who told me he might be interested in reprising his role as Les Grossman.
Now shut the f*** up and let me do my job.
Now, before we get into our very controversial Multiverse of Madness discussion, the Avatar 2 trailer, The Way of Water, scored 148.6 million views in its first 24 hours online. I saw the trailer in 3D and it's incredible. I only wanted to point this out to all of you who might have doubted the might of James Cameron for the last decade.
James Cameron does what James Cameron does.
In a new interview with THR, director Chad Stahelski gave a brief update on John Wick 4, claiming, quote, "We keep finding new and interesting ways to have John Wick suffer, which I can only hope means that someone ties John to a chair in this one and makes him watch Morbius."
A joke. Just a joke.
The Toxic Avenger remake starring Peter Dinklage, Elijah Wood, and Kevin Bacon has officially been rated R for strong violence and gore, language throughout, sexual references, and brief graphic nudity.
Yes!
Today kicks off the massive event in Call of Duty Warzone called Operation Monarch, which is like regular Call of Duty, except this time Godzilla and freaking King Kong are on the map too, so there's a good chance you and your buddies could get eaten while you're in the midst of, blasting each other to smithereens.
Sounds like fun.
Last week I got a chance to speak with comedy legend Mike Myers and director Tim Kirby for their new Netflix series The Pentaveret, which is available now. Mike Myers has long been my comedy hero, and it meant so much for me to actually tell him, so check it out.
Mike, I have to tell you, every year since I was in high school, I've dressed up as one of your characters for Halloween. Philip the Hypo Boy, Dieter, Wayne Campbell, Austin Powers. I do a show for Comic Book, and this is me as Dr. Evil last year. So,
I like your Dr. Evil.
Thank you. I don't know if you can see it.
Good. It's a little too good, I think.
And I don't want to make it weird, but I love you. I'm not worthy. So
You are worthy, and thank you, and I love you. So thank you very much.
It honestly feels so great to have Mike Myers back doing what he does best, so if you haven't already, go check out The Pentaveret. Alright, big time spoilers ahead as I finally dive into the Multiverse of Madness. You know the rules, if you haven't seen it yet.
Get out!
Before I give my thoughts, you likely know by now that Charlize Theron debuted in the mid-credit scene as Clea, and if you have no idea who that is or you want to learn more, make sure you check out the video we posted yesterday explaining everything you need to know.
Yes, Charlize Theron, take it easy.
For starters, I liked Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. I didn't love it, and I didn't find it quite as enjoyable as Spider-Man No Way Home, but there's a lot of great stuff in there, especially from Elizabeth Olsen as Wanda. I do feel like the cameos were a bit underwhelming, and I wish Reed Richards might have had a slightly more impressive debut. I'm also having a little trouble with the fact that Vision didn't show up at all in this movie, and out of the entire multiverse, Wanda couldn't find one universe, just one, where she was happy with the kids and Vision. Now, some people have argued that Vision would have talked her out of doing what she did, but if she possessed one of her variants, just like her kids, I would assume Vision don't have to know about it.
Don't make me hurt you.
I would love to know what you all thought about Multiverse of Madness, so make sure to give me your thoughts in the comments. Also, do you guys really think this Wanda is dead? I do, but now this makes way for Mutant Wanda to make her big debut.
Did he say mutant?
Now let's talk about all this big hubbub about Multiverse of Madness being too graphic for a PG-13 movie.
Quit being such a Malfoy.
Yeah, Terry.
Come on guys, that's silly. It's not any more graphic than any other PG-13 Marvel movies out there. Remember that time Thanos choked Loki to death until he turned blue? Or what about when US Agent brutally decapitated someone with Cap's shield? How about all those heads that Venom likes to snack on?
This guy.
If you want to be a responsible parent and you have concerns, then go watch the movie first and make an educated decision on whether or not your age-appropriate child can handle it or not. Me personally, I'd take an entire kindergarten class on a field trip to watch this movie. Kids gotta grow up sometime.
Yeah, that was stupid. Let's not do that.
I was 5 years old when my grandma made me watch Child's Play. To top it all off, I owned a My Buddy doll. Now, did I cry during the movie and afterwards bury my Buddy doll in the backyard so he couldn't come back to life and kill me? Yeah, of course, but it toughened me up and taught me how to take care of my business, and I turned out just fine.
Shut up, you idiot.
And that's that for Wednesday. I want to shout out my Earth correspondent Nick Floyd for covering for me this past week while I was in San Diego. I love that guy. Make sure you like today's video and turn on notifications because I'll be back tomorrow with all the latest. All of the stories in this video came from articles written on ComicBook.com, so if you'd like to read more about some of today's news with your very own eyeballs, feel free to head over to ComicBook.com where we work 24/7 to keep you all up to speed on the latest news. You can also follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and more, all of which are linked below. If you're someone who likes listening to other people argue for hours on end about this sort of stuff, we've got you covered there as well with Comic Book Nation, hosted by Kofi Outlaw every Friday, or our Marvel-focused podcast hosted by my best frenemy, Brandon Davis, on Wednesdays. If you want some behind-the-scenes antics or previews of my cosplay, or you want to know what it's like to live on a spaceship for months at a time with no genuine human interaction, find me on Instagram at CKComedy or Twitter at Chris Killian, all linked below. Once again, make sure you like the video, subscribe, and turn on notifications, and give yourself a pat on the back for making it this far into the video. It's great. I can't believe you made it. See you tomorrow.